Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where we're currently fighting France, and there's a large amount of fighting going on. The French are putting up a pretty stiff resistance. They're moving into here currently. And I'm thinking about deselecting these two units, allowing them to proceed one more day. One more day beyond this. And going in. Seeing if we can do that. If not, they will arrive here, so we'll cut them off. Excellent. Okay, we'll attack down over this way. And we're just going to need to continue wiping up these various stacks. What are we at for war score right now? We are actually at 45%. They would accept this. Wait, we can't negotiate with ourselves. Of course we can't. I want France. We have nowhere near the jingoism. So I think we just have to propose this. They wouldn't quite accept it. But maybe once we got a tiny bit more war score. Like some of these battles wrap up. Something like that. Now would they accept it? They would not. Even with 50% war score. I'm actually surprised. I'm gonna try it and see if they'll accept it. It says they won't. They rejected our terms. Okay. I guess this is the way they want to play it. It's foolishness, but sure. This is fine. Our justification on Poland was detected. That's also fine. Now they're willing to accept it. Okay. So France is now border gore the nation. I mean, that's not unusual for them, I suppose. But we will go ahead and back off a little bit here. This is a yikes. We need to do some rebuilding. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we will spread out these forces. Back off from these various locations. We're going to have to start taking pretty inefficient wars against France if we want to continue expanding our holdings over this way in Victoria 2 as opposed to in Hearts of Iron. But we're also going to start working on Poland and conquering some of them, and that should be more efficient for us, actually. We'll go ahead and group these up. Excellent. Honestly, maybe we get rid of these colonial armies. I think we will. Any manpower remaining in the unit will return to the pool, so I think this is fine. These transports will keep around, I think, even though we've ignored them all game. But yeah, let's get rid of these colonial units. I don't think they're important. Yeah. We'll completely get rid of all of this. Inca's having some Peru issues, I see. These colonial armies can be gotten rid of. Excellent. And now we're going to need to start working on rebuilding our military. Now, how long do we have before our justification against Poland is done? 200 days. That's fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we'll go this way. See, on a multi-monitor setup, Victoria 2 is definitely not set up for this because when you exit the window, it scrolls, but if you're middle-click panning and you exit the window like so, it feels like there's nothing different. My mouse is currently on another monitor, but if I let go, like this, I've let go. I'm not pressing the middle mouse button, it's still middle mouse panning. Kind of a little wacky. Definitely not set up for multi-monitors, but I mean, what do you expect from a game this old? So we do need some reinforcements over here. We need a Dragoon and 2 units of artillery. So we'll put in an artillery and we'll put in a Dragoon. And what do we need for infantry? We need 4 units of infantry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a very populated province indeed. Okay. Otherwise, everything over here looks good except for maybe this one. Actually, yeah. I don't know how we got this extra unit of infantry, but let's split that off. Move that over to this unit, and we can cancel one of these guards. And actually, we only need one guard. We do not need a dragoon here, do we? Pretty sure we queued up a dragoon elsewhere. No, we did not. Dragoon, not guard. Fine. We need to start getting into position to attack Poland. So we can just start working on surrounding Poland a little bit. Something kind of like this should be absolutely fine. Yeah, that's okay for that motion. Now, this unit here does need a dragoon, actually 2 dragoons, and a unit of artillery. So actually we can get all of that right here. Artillery and dragoons. Wonderful. And that army's already moving. That army's fine to stay put, I think. You can spread out. We need a unit of artillery and infantry here. So we'll put in a unit of infantry and artillery. Okay. So we're definitely making some progress here. We're lacking a unit of infantry for this particular location. We'll just grab a unit of infantry and move there. Excellent. And we'll shift these guys northward over this way. How are our supply limits looking? Oh, absolutely fine up here. No problems with those supply limits. Even up here, the supply limit is absolutely fine. Okay, we'll move you even more northward. However, the 100th Army should probably start making its way over this way. Okay, we'll see how that looks for now. Now, as far as these French armies go, I'll give it a month tick. Boom, okay. So now we can see much better where our reinforcements need to come in. Specifically, we need a unit of infantry here. Here we need a unit of infantry and a dragoon. So we'll do an infantry and a dragoon. This... You know what? Let's just merge these. Let's get rid of that dragoon. That'll be fine. This one up here actually just needs another tick. This one could use an infantry unit. This one just needs more ticks. That's fine. We'll separate this out. That one's fine. That one's actually fine as well. Excellent. This one needs a dragoon. And I wish we could replace these with tanks, but we still haven't gotten the tank technology. Well, technically it's an invention. Okay. So, I mean, other than this nonsense up here, things seem to be going okay. Like, there's not much we can do about this, though. That's the problem. Well, we'll just work on getting into position. You guys moving? No. Okay, that one has no dragoons. Let's get it over here. Okay. And then we'll group that together. So we need 2 artillery and a dragoon. Sounds good. You'd think the Polish would think this was super suspicious or something, but they don't seem to. Actually, they probably do. They know for a fact that we were justifying on them. What state do we want from them? Probably either this exclave. Oh, that's 2 states. Awkward. Oh, that's so inefficient. We could grab Polish Moscow. That wouldn't be awful. But yeah, that's going to be pretty inefficient. Okay, well, progress is occurring, and let's actually check in on our factories. We probably have some craftsmen that could use some expansion. Yes, indeed we do. we'll just go ahead and expand all of this, as well as all of this. In fact, everything on this screen is going to get expanded. I'd love to start building tank factories, but sadly, no tanks. Not yet, anyway. That will 100% change. Excellent. When is this tech going to be finished up? Okay. Early next year. That'll be fine. That will be absolutely fine, in fact. So both of these are, of course, our satellite now. Has France been taken apart enough to do anything interesting with? Probably not. They're still considered a great power, actually. Even though they are really messed up right about now. Poor, poor France. If only it was more efficient to take these outlying provinces, like in Europa, these would have already been cleaned up. But alas. The way that the states work and the way that you have to take states, kind of like in Hearts of Iron, actually, except Hearts of Iron it's much, much easier. It just makes it inefficient to deal with some of those. Okay, we'll gain some prestige, happily. And yeah, this isn't going to be changing for a while, I don't think. But we can go ahead and expand these factories. That'll be fine. We can expand these as well. Now, I'm not going to build additional factories, because basically all additional factories I want to be tank factories. There's still communists in Iceland. Right. Let's select the attached land unit, and we'll just come up here as soon as we can. I don't know what they're talking about. We have nothing to do with Poland. Okay. Well, we'll deal with these communists. I mean, we are also aspiring communists, but we'll have to deal with them. At least as far as I can tell. Hey, we made it to the South Pole. We were the first to both the North and South Pole. Very nice. Okay, let's get in there. This is, I believe, the last of the communists. So we'll just get rid of them. And replace them with, you know, better armed communists. Because these guys weren't that well armed. Excellent. We'll go ahead and hop these guys back into Iceland here. And then we'll get out of there. We did gain some communist in the upper house. That's nice. I do like that. Come on, Navy. Oh, I did have it selected. I'm a moron. We already knew that, though. Let's see. This needs what? A unit of infantry. We'll grab that. Ooh. Hang on a moment. Since when can we get armor? Did we get the... Did I not notice? No, we don't have tank exploits. We also don't need tank exploits. We must have gotten the one that we needed to actually have tanks. So, with that in mind, let's get some good old-fashioned tank factories built. And we'll build an aeroplane factory here. Tank factory. Aeroplane factory. And we're going to build a few of these. Tank and aeroplane. Excellent. And that means that we can replace our dragoons. I don't know when that happened, but I'm glad it did. Time to start working on replacing those. So let's actually merge this together And I think let's just split off all of our Dragoons and disband our Dragoons. Like, that's going to be a little bit of a busy work project, right? But, did not mean to do that. But that's okay. Is there a hotkey? Okay, shift left mouse button to transfer all units of the same type. Good. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be interesting. And by interesting, I mean kind of dull. I think... Whoops, I did not mean to disband that full army. That was a mistake. I should do this off camera, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that off camera. Let's go ahead and recruit this army back, though. Let's recruit it over here where there's a good amount of recruits to bring in. So we will do 2 armor. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery, and a 5th. Oh, Munich has high population. Okay, we're going to grab all of these then. It's going to take a while to build all those sequentially, but that's okay. Not too concerned. But yeah, we're just going to go through and replace our Dragoons with tanks. And I think that is definitely something that I should do off camera because it's not particularly interesting. And it's kind of difficult to do it at this stage in the game with the game unpaused. Like, that's a pretty tedious process right there. Because the interface ends up being pretty laggy, as you may be able to tell. So it's definitely going to be best to do it off camera. There's a require state CB against Poland. So we may want to actually fight them. And actually I do want to fight them. Let's go ahead and grab mass culture in the avant-garde. That's just a bunch of prestige, but that's okay. That'll be finished up yet this year. Yeah, it's taking under a year for these top-level techs. Bonkers. We'll have all of these done in culture around 1914, which is when, of course... Actually, I think only aeronautics becomes available in 1914, unless there's something in the Navy tree that I'm ignoring, which might be the case. So we're going to have an additional 5 years there, which these will get done in that amount of time. And then we'll be able to grab aeronautics. And then it'll be 1919 about that time. So then we'll be able to grab all of these. And all of these. And mutual funds. And then we'll work on Navy. Yeah, we are definitely 100% going to be maxing this tech tree. You can make your way up this way. Well, actually, we're going to be declaring right now, right? So let's go ahead and declare. What state do we want to acquire? We want to acquire Moscow. Okay. We're missing an infantry unit here, but that's fine. We'll attack here. Like, we're just going to... This infantry unit goes here. We're just going to push in with 1,000,000 troops. Well, technically not 1,000,000, but probably close, actually. This is probably pretty close to 1,000,000 troops. Okay. So this requires 2 Dragoons, although we kind of don't want Dragoons anymore. So now we need armor. We'll get in a couple of units of armor. These are 2 units of artillery here. And we only need 1. So take that in there. You can come up here. We require a Dragoon, but let's get rid of that Dragoon. And we'll go ahead and recruit an armor instead. Wonderful. You're an artillery. You can come up. You are simply lacking in artillery and infantry. That's fine. Okay. Well, let's begin our invasion of Poland, shall we? I do want to attack over here and over here. Although our attack is primarily coming from this direction, we're kind of ignoring this direction. That's definitely a thing. We're going to come over this way, I guess, with this force to shore this up. Poland is a secondary power, so they should actually technically Yeah, they're like half the strength France was when we just fought them. This should not be a problem. Excellent. Let the invasion begin. Okay, so we are currently down here lacking just those 2 units of armor. This is a Dragoon. We're going to just get rid of it. It's not necessary. For this one, we are simply lacking an artillery. And here's an artillery. Wonderful. For you, we're lacking a fair amount. But yeah, I'm going to go through and get those Dragoons out of here and queue up tanks, or rather armor, for a bunch of, or probably all of our existing armies, actually. And just go through with the game paused in between episodes. Hopefully I remember to do that. If I don't remember to do that, well then you can yell at me in the comments and call me a moron, because I am a moron, so that would be appropriate. Are we attacking over here? We're not. Okay, we'll just take that force out. Why don't you attack there? Deal with those guys. Excellent. So we have some occupation happening here. Let's see here. We need to push up this direction. We're going to allow that to cap. We'll come in there. We'll attack that army. Excellent. This war is going magnificently so far. Poland is crumbling before us. That is not a surprise, of course. This is pretty much proceeding as expected. Hello, you're not doing anything. Get up here. Poland, do you want to surrender yet? Actually, we have 74% war score. There's no way we get the Jingoism to continue this, so we're going to propose peace, acquire Polish Moscow. They wouldn't accept yet. Yeah, of course not. We're not at the arrow. But we'll get there pretty quickly. We are making tremendous speed here. Nope, I did not have the unit selected. There we go. Excellent. I want you to come back and attack this force. I want you to join, actually. You can stop hunting rebels. Thanks. Okay. Hang on a moment. What is this battle? I'm just wondering how we're winning this. I mean, I'm going to reinforce it, but that's bonkers. 6-35, and we're winning? Ridiculous. And we actually won it without the reinforcements. Now, Poland wants peace, and we're going to accept that. Fantastic. We made another exclave. I'm sure everyone's going to love that. We're going to back these guys off. And, I mean, basically everybody we're going to back off. We succeeded in our goal, which was to liberate part of Poland from Poland. Technically it was Russia, but you know, who's keeping track of that, really? You guys all retreating? Yes, they are. Okay, that was a nice and quick war. That's what I like to see. We can make a state, and so we shall. And with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when we continue carving into France and Poland, I'm sure. Well, waiting on a truce for them technically, but you know what I mean. I'll see you all next time. Did I do the outro? I can never remember. Like, half the time, I'm just like, did I do that? I don't know. My mind is just blank right now, so I'm going to do it again. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when hopefully I can remember whether I've done the outro or not. Oh boy.